All right, my Duelist friends, Casual Duelist back. It is Thursday. It is time for another Destiny Hero build because it is the week of the Destiny Hero. Now, before we get into this video, I want this to be made sure. Like I don't want to hear this comment later. I don't want to hear where's Phoenix Enforcer because I don't own one. Number one, and two, yeah, I don't own one. So instead, I'm building a budget, trying to be tricky, and doing this big with the advanced list. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, I'm sorry. But if the complaint is where's the Phoenix, then you've been warned now. So that's on you now. Everybody else, let's go ahead. Let's get this deck started. And for the most part, the monster lineup is going to be the same as it was with our common charity. Just albeit more shininess. So again, 3 diamond dudes, 3 draw hands, 3 drill darks, 2 copies of malicious, 3 copies of plasma, and 3 summoner monks. Literal carbon copy. So if you guys watched 2 days ago, you saw that deck, great. If you didn't, also good. It's a very stable core. And to do some shenanigans, it's a ton of fun. So real quick, take the photo, take the screenshot, or pause and take the notes. Come on back in a second, and we will have a clean field. All right. Now the spells do have some change. And again, this is kind of sort of the same. Most of our difference actually ends up being in our extra decks. So real quick, we do want to draw. So we are going to need our very foggy, there it goes, very shiny Allures of Darkness, 3 copies of Destiny draw, double or nothing because you know that Utopia is coming out in the middle of this matchup, 2 copies Fusion Destiny, 3 copies Fusion Substitute because again it's just still so good, single Feather Duster, double up on the Mask Change, single Reborn, double over Destiny, 3 copies Raigeki, single Reinforcement of the Army, and 2 Scapegoats. That's right, it's a 41 card deck with 0 trap cards. And again, for the most part, like you could just change off one of your cards into Dark Law with the Mask Change, or you can go ahead and rip into some Scapegoat tokens to help defend yourself. So you're not totally, undefended. Plus, we've got a pretty good extra deck for you. So if you guys give us another couple of seconds, do the thing, take the notes, the screenshot, and we will be back with the extra deck. And just like with the common charity, it is going to start off with Dangerous, because Dangerous is pretty good. And again, he can still help us set up for the Over Destinies, and he can help us set up, the Malicious play. So adds a little bit of consistency there. We are trading out the other Destiny heroes for 2 copies of Dominance this time. Just kind of better, does more things. 2 copies Mask Hero Dark Law. And then one of, and this is brilliant because our entire deck is dark, one of Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Again, usually you don't see this in an extra deck unless you happen to be running Super Poly. But Starving Venom Fusion Dragon on its own is just so good, guys. So I encourage you to try this. Honestly, it's just too good. As far as our Xyz, we're only going to run 2 here as well as the last time. We've changed it up. We're running Utopia in double. If you have the room and you want to go ahead and add Lightning in here too, just in case you accidentally draw into the double or nothing, you can. Totally player preference at that point. And then our links are going to be the Boral Sword Dragon, the IP Masquerena, the Phoenix for getting rid of the back row, the Unicorn, Link Kribo still, and still the 1 extra hero Cross Crusader. And again, this is just a totally different type of casual control. It's got beatdown aspects. It's got the ability to potentially win in a single turn. It is a good, solid, fun deck, and honestly, not too much that is crazy value. Because again, these Boral swords, they may have gone back up, but when these were released, they were nice and cheap. These guys have got like regular rare prints. IP was reprinted with 2 arts. That takes its value down a little bit. Starving Venom's been just about everywhere. Dominance had reprints. A lot of this is going to be very easy to get. And again, no Phoenix. So sorry if you were still hoping I had lied and it was going to be in here, but it's not. So just real quick, guys, I'd like to thank you all for stopping by. It means everything to me. And if you guys would like to support the channel and help us grow, a handful of things that you guys can consider to do. You could always subscribe if you haven't. You could hit the thumbs up. Believe it or not, that helps out way too much and gets us more visible on the platform. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's a deck that you guys want to see, whatever. We'll try to work it into rotation. It's looking like next week is actually all going to be submissions and requests and fun stuff. While I'm gathering some cards to do another request. So it should be a fun week. It'll be different. And if you guys were just here for the deck list, have a great day. Okay? Everybody else, give me a couple seconds. I'm going to grab a drink. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up the field. And we'll go over these effects. So just hang on a second. Alright, so let's get these effects. And let's do this as quick as possible. Because, you know, you guys are busy. And I want to try to value that time. So, Diamond Dude once per turn can excavate the top card of the deck. If it's a normal spell, we send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, it goes to the bottom of our deck. During the main phase of our next turn, we can choose to activate the effect of that spell card that's now in our graveyard, even if we no longer control Diamond Dude. And again, since we're only activating the effect of the spell, we do not pay any costs or restrictions based on you can only play one of these per turn type effects. So, very good. Draw hand. When it's special summoned by the effect of a hero, both players, I could force both players to draw a card. During the next standby, after this is sent to the graveyard, special summon it from the graveyard, banish it when it leaves the field, each effect once per turn. Drill Dark. When is normal or special summoned, can special summon one monster equal to or less than its own attack from the hand to the field. Use this effect only once per turn. And negligible effect. If this card attacks defense monster, inflict piercing. Again, 3. Malicious. You can banish this from your graveyard to special summon another copy from your deck. Plasma. Cannot be normal summoned or sent. Must be special summoned from the hand by attributing 3 monsters. To negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Once per turn, target a monster the opponent controls. Equip that to this card. Gain half that monster's original attack. So again, half a skill drain walking around on our side. Summoner Monk. Cannot be tributed when this is normal or flip summoned. Change to defense mode. Once per turn, you can discard 1 spell card. Special summon 1 level 4 monster from the deck. You cannot attack this turn. It's all good. It's part of our going into either our Utopia or a way to create a solid base for summoning Plasma. The triple allures, just to draw a card. You guys know this one. Destiny draw, you guys should know this one too. Discard a Destiny hero, draw 2. Double or nothing, I use this too often, you guys know it. Fusion Destiny. So, I haven't used this since Destiny Hero Exodia. Fusion summon 1 monster from your extra deck that lists a Destiny Hero monster as material. Using monsters from the hand or deck as material. Destroy that monster during the end phase of the next turn. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except Dark Hero monsters. You can only activate 1 of these per turn. And again, when it says that, you can only activate 1 of these per turn. If Diamond Dude happens to show one and then you choose that you want to use one, you can get both in 1 turn. That's legal. Fusion Substitute, still acting as everything the polymerization is, with the additional effect of you can banish this from the graveyard, target a fusion monster from your graveyard, return that to your extra deck, and then draw 1 card. So again, it's always triggered as polymerization. That counts for deck building. That counts its name right here at all times. So anything that searches, recovers, recycles, reuses, it'll still be able to grab you this. Feather Duster, again, couldn't have this in common charity, so blow up the back row. Mask Change, again, you guys could try offsetting this to a 3rd copy. just because you might want to see more consistency out of your Dark Law. But this version has way more going for it. So 1 card per target that's in the extra deck seemed fine. The single monster reborn, all good. Double over destiny. Target a destiny hero in the graveyard. Special summon a monster from the deck whose level is less than or equal to half that target's level. Destroy it during the end phase. So again, once we have the higher level destiny heroes in the discard pile, we can special summon any one of the level 4 destiny heroes. And if it's Drill Dark and you have another guy like Diamond Dude in your hand, feel free to just go ahead, create your summons, get the effect, and then go into a link or be able to build up your tribute base. Another treat for Diamond Dude, because he can have some normal spell cards as a treat. 3 copies of Geki, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. There is nothing funnier than your opponent being able to stop you from going for game, but you revealed this, and they themselves are unable to go for game, so they try to build a board knowing that, Diamond Dude's going to let Regeki happen as soon as your next turn starts. So it's very demoralizing, very fun. I only got it to happen twice. Really wanted to see that look more. Single reinforcement, and of course, again, the double scapegoats, because again, we could use these as part of our tribute base for our plasma. Moving into the extra deck, you guys remember Dangerous, or maybe you guys don't remember Dangerous. Dangerous is going to be any 2 Destiny hero. A Destiny hero and a Dark Effect monster. Generally, 2 Destiny heroes the way that we play. Quick effect: discard a card, send 1 Destiny hero from hand or deck to the grave. If due, Destiny heroes you control gain 200 per Destiny hero in the graveyard till end of turn. You can only use this effect once per turn. It is a hard once per turn, so even if you do summon 2 copies, you're not doing it twice. It is going to be a plus 400 the first time that you do it. Minimum. It should be more like plus 800 because you had to use 2 cards to make this. And it's a great way to make your over Destiny or even Malicious just work faster. So very good stuff. Dominance, very high level. Let's talk about them real quick. It's any 3 Destiny heroes. During the main phase, you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck or your opponent's deck. Place them back in any order, so that's just big. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can draw a card. If this fusion summoned card is destroyed by battle or card effect, and again, it will be, you target 3 level 9 or lower Destiny hero monsters with different names in the graveyard. Special summon them. You can only use this effect once per turn, but it is pretty special to be able to create a big boss monster, go in to do some trickery, and get all of the effects. And then still split into 3 monsters. So you can actually segue from Dominance into Plasma on your next turn. And it's just fantastic. You guys know Dark Law, so we're going to skip them. Let's talk about Starving Venom. And let's talk about why you guys should be playing this nowadays in this deck. So it is any 2 dark monsters except tokens. If this is fusion summoned, you can make this card gain attack equal to 1 special summoned monster the opponent controls. And that attack gain is to the end of the turn. So whatever it is, you beat it by 28. Done. Second, once per turn, target at 1 level 5 or higher monster the opponent controls. Until the end of this turn, this card's name becomes that monster's name and gains its effects. Okay, so we already gained the stats. Now we're going to get the effects. So if your opponent is playing something like, I don't know, Blacklist or Soldier Envoy at the beginning, or insert some trigger effect that's amazing right now, yeah, you have that effect. Yeah. And then last, if this fusion summon card is destroyed, you can destroy all special summon monsters the opponent controls. So, again, the way that Yu-Gi-Oh! Plays, unless you're playing one of my Monarch builds, chances are you're not normal summoning, you're not tribute summoning, you're special summoning, which means it's going to be a board wipe on the way out. So again, most of the time we talk about this guy, we just talk about the utility of being able to snatch up any 2 dark monsters with Super Poly. And today we're talking about using polymerization in the form of fusion substitution to just go ahead and ruin your opponent's afternoon. So do that. You guys understand the Utopian double. And again, with the extra deck, we get it. Boral Sword punches over. IP helps us set up. The Nightmares help us do some stuff. Link Kribo, again, we run the Scapegoats pretty heavily, so it just makes sense to keep this guy. And then, of course, that single copy of the Cross Crusader. So, very cool. And if you guys want, or even if you don't want, I'm going to do it anyway. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a couple of test hands for this. And it should just be like a quick 10-minute thing. Little journey, quick in and out. And then we'll get ready for the weekend. So, you guys, stay strong, stay safe, and go and do something for yourself today. Try to make it the best day of your week until I beg you to do the same thing tomorrow. All right, my friends, I hopefully will see you guys later. Peace.